Hey, welcome. What an absolute fantastic way to end another season of Bowls Exposed. Joined today with Jess Alvaro. Jess, how are you?
I'm very good, very happy.
Well, you should be. And Nicole Kerry. Nicole, thanks for joining us.
No worries.
Good. And of course, just quickly going back to Jess, we've just been watching the final of the Adelaide and West Lakes here in Adelaide. And of course, Jess bowling for Adelaide.
Yes.
Give us a quick update.
Oh, it was a very tight game to begin with, and it was a comeback of the year, but Adelaide got up over West Lakes, so very happy for the boys and Cass.
Well, interesting enough, just quickly, one of those rings, 18-0 down, gets up to win and win the pennant, so well done there.
Well done.
Look, coming up in today's show, Hobart Wooden Bowls, we catch up with Jeff Ambler, the president of the Salisbury Bowling Club, and we also catch up with some of the identities around here at this final. So, look, let's get on and see the show.
We spoke to Kelly McDougall, who's the under-25 Scottish champion, and Brianna Dixon, who is the SA state team representative.
I was 8 when I first started bowling. My mum was working at the Bowls Estate office, so she started playing night hours. So I got in playing with her in that, and my grandparents also play.
I started playing bowls when I was 11.
Yep.
And basically I followed in my brother's footsteps. He started bowls when he was 13, and I was at that stage that I wanted to copy everything my brother had done. So he started playing bowls, so I started playing bowls, and I've played bowls ever since.
Are you better than your brother?
Always. He might say different, but I think I am.
Oh, the most challenging is finding the time to be able to practice. You just need so much time to be able to practice all the different types of shots, so that would be the hardest thing.
I'm enjoying Australia so far, it's all been good.
Yeah.
But it's a bit different playing, in Australia compared to back in Scotland, because the greens are much faster and the conditions are tricky. The wind plays a major factor when we're playing bowls. Also the heat, trying to get used to 33, 34 degrees when I'm used to 15 degrees back home, it takes its toll.
I think to attract more younger people, you'd need to put it more in schools, in a sports program, whereas normally you'd play the netball and the football and the hockey and all that, include lawn bowls in the school curriculum.
Australia have much better uniform, much better kit, whereas back home we're still very much playing in whites or greys and whites. So you come out here and it's multicoloured basically. Even the bowls are better design, better models, better colours.
Played for Australia in the Trans-Tasman, in the under-18s and then in the under-25, so that's probably my biggest thing, was playing for Australia. Putting on the green and gold was just amazing. So we went to New Zealand and we played over there, so that was very different because their greens are a lot different to what we have here. We more have grass here, whereas we played on a weed, so that was really interesting.
My main career achievements are back home in Scotland, where I won. I played for Scotland at international level, both junior and senior level. I won the British Isles under-25 singles, which I would say that would be one of my major achievements. I also won the British Isles fours, which was another honour. Scottish singles, junior level, that was a good honour as well.
I'd like to play in the Commonwealth Games one day, but my life has come a little bit busy at the moment, so I've put it a little bit on hold, but I'd love to go back to it eventually.
Because I'm over here now, and if I ever get a chance to play, state bowls over here, and then you never know, one day playing for Australia, but I don't know what people back home would say about that.
Especially if you're playing against Scotland.
Yeah, I know.
I played with Kelly McDougall, and when we first started it was a little bit hard to understand what she was saying because she's from Scotland, so I kind of had to go with the hand signals, but I've learned all the little knickknacks along the way. It's more the things that she says, whereas one of the shots we'd say is a sit and stay, whereas she calls it a chap and lie, which was a new thing for me to learn.
And do you have a problem understanding their accents?
They have more of a problem understanding my accent, but I give as good as I get. If they're slagging me, I'll slag the Australian accents.
Yeah. So can we hear an impersonation of Brianna?
Kelly, come play forehand. Come down and play the ball.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. It was a better job than she tried to do of yours.
Okay. A chap and lie.
Yeah. Scottish accent you need to improve on, Brie.
I think I love the social side of it. Like, you get to meet so many new people, so many lovely people, and the friendships that you build are just wonderful.
I've been over here on holiday a few times now, and I've always loved the outdoors, the sunshine. I just think the lifestyle is great, and to be having a job, coming out here and obviously playing bowls, it's a dream come true.
So what a fantastic interview with Kelly and Brianna. And Nicole, she mentioned, that's Kelly of course, mentioned about the climate and the heat and how it's difficult to acclimatise to that during the game.
Yeah, well, you can definitely imagine. Scotland's very cold over there, so coming down to Australia and playing throughout the summer would be very difficult. Even just standing out there, don't know, how long do you stand out there for? 3 hours? For
3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, 3 or 4 hours. So I can imagine how difficult it would be just to acclimatise and really, I guess, stay up to your game.
We've got coming up to finalise the Year of Bowls here in South Australia, the bit of an award going on behind us.
There is.
It is the Bowls SA Award Night on the 6th of May.
Yeah, and that's at the Morphettville Racecourse. And what a package there is.
Bit of entertainment.
Yeah.
Depending on how much beer some people have, we never know, we might make some more entertainment and make our lovely staff at the Bowls SA even happier.
Yep, and see who the Bowler of the Years are and the Club of the Year and all the Officials of the Year.
Coach of the Year, it's all there. And look, you know, we've got the country champions there and also the Metropolitan one. So it's a great night. Get along. As we said, Morphettville Racecourse.
Yep, so you can get your tickets online at the Bowls SA website. So check it out.
Welcome viewers of Bowls Exposed to sunny Tasmania. Well, not quite so sunny, but it's a beautiful day down here in Tassie. And I'm at the Royal Hobart Bowls Club. And this year they're celebrating their 125th anniversary. And they've decided to do something different. They've actually got in a whole heap of wooden bowls, and they're having a wooden bowls festival and different wooden bowls events. So today I've got 3 of the members of the Royal Hobart Bowls Club. We're going to speak to them and see what they've actually done and what they're looking forward to celebrate the 125th year. So I hope you enjoy it.
The idea was that the club, with its 125th anniversary, had to have a feature, and I just dreamt up the idea of having a wooden bowls festival.
This struck me as a good one after 125 years. It's sort of old bowls, old club, and they go together well.
I had 2 pairs of my own that I picked up at second-hand places, and then when we had to get a quantity, I just got onto the net. And the bloke from England piped up and said, "We've got a pile of bowls in the shed. You can have them at £5 each." Oh. This was in June last year, and the bowls arrived on New Year's Eve. So it was a 6-month program of, you know, mucking around with freight and getting a clearance from the authorities to come in, and all those sort of, you know, hurdles.
It's catching on.
Yep.
I played in the first round of one of our Thursday games with the old bowls, and I did terribly. I had to change back to my regular bowls, and we reversed the result. So
They're very, very similar, except they're a little bit wider.
most people are interested to, you know, use them and see how they feel. Between the pairs of bowls, so you've got to remember which one does what. But no, I mean, most of us older people have had wide bowls in the past, and so we've just changed our line.
I cut one open, and it's a beautiful bit of wood. It's the hardest wood in the world. It's so hard that they use it for machinery bearings because it just lasts forever. It's grown in South America, and it's classified as the hardest wood in the world.
We'll actually have a number of Sunday afternoon sessions. There could be roll-up sessions, casual games to introduce people to the game of lawn bowls using wooden bowls, the original bowls. And I guess there's also essential history here too, because we have bowls here that are over 100 years old. Most of the stock wooden bowls we have are at least 80 years old. So, you know, in your hand you're holding a piece of history, and they've probably been bowled for, I guess, much of those 80 years. So I guess it's almost part of our heritage to keep their life going into future years.
Hopefully the club will use them for another 100 years to come.
Well, they won't wear out, that's for sure.
thanks to the Royal Hobart Bowling Club for having bowls exposed at their club today, and a little bit of a look in on what they're doing for their 125th anniversary celebrations, and the idea to get some wooden bowls involved to celebrate that anniversary. And getting to actually use the wooden bowls has been quite enjoyable for me, getting to see the grains and the grooves of the bowl, the little idiosyncrasies of each bowl, and also just to be able to deliver the bowl and really see some bend, which we don't see in the bowls we use today. So I hope you've enjoyed being able to a little bit of an insight, and thanks to Bowls Exposed for their coverage of what's happening in Tassie, and maybe if you're down visiting this way you can come along and try out the wooden bowls for yourself.
Ecstatic. I've been playing pennants for about 12 years and 5 losing grand finals, I think, so actually kind of emotional about it, so it's pretty good, yeah. Really happy, really happy.
It's pretty hard actually. The greens were running really quick, and with the wind doing a bit of blowing around from both directions, it made it very hard to try and get your line, so it made it very tough to bowl on.
Sluggish out the blocks, to say the least, and luckily we got our act together and came home strong and played a really good solid second half, so it was really pleasing.
Yeah, it's always a good experience. You know, we find it hard up there because we don't have the calibre of bowlers, but it's always a good experience to play against the best in the state.
The team was on fire, so just shows perseverance, you know, to stay in there, get them back one at a time, so he did awesome.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for joining us and congratulations again.
Well done, Daryl. Enjoy the win, and thank you for being on the show.
Thanks a lot.
Go finish that beer and enjoy your night.
No worries, thanks very much.
I'm here with Jeff Ambler, President of the Salisbury Bowling Club. So Jeff, there's some new developments ahead of Salisbury. Tell us about it.
Yes, there certainly are, and welcome to Salisbury. It's good to have you here. About a couple of years ago now, we decided to do a business plan here at Salisbury because we're concerned about the way that bowls were going, in particular here at Salisbury. And we've been trying very desperately to get more and more involvement in the club. The business plan tells us quite clearly that pennant bowls isn't going to remain how it is, and in fact every year it's declining. And I think through your episodes over the past 6 I've watched, nearly every club is saying the same thing. And the future, of course, is night owls and social bowls, and you have to have a point of difference to do that. So we intend to put a cover over one of our greens, and that will be happening very, very soon. In fact, we're hoping to get it going in May of this year and to be completed by the start of the season for 2016-2017. Well, what it would mean for the club is we can play bowls here at Salisbury in the morning, in the afternoon and in the night time for 365 days of the year. And from an income point of view, that will make an enormous difference. Clubs struggle during the winter season. In fact, our club here, for 4 months of the season, we do not make any money. And for 2 months of the season, we virtually break even. So everything is down to 6 months of the season. And from a business point of view, that just does not work. Our members are not getting the benefit of the club, and certainly the facility itself is not being used adequately. So with a facility of this nature, we can guarantee that the club will be used. I would love to see night owls played in the winter months, and they can do so here, undercover, every night at Salisbury. So we're going to put a carpet in. Carpet seems to be the future of bowls. The old needlepoint seems to have had its day, and the experts tell us that the carpet, the woven carpet, is the surface to put down. And clubs like Moama and a lot of the top clubs in the eastern states are actually putting the carpet down. And this carpet, they can actually set to the speed that you want it. So if we say to them we want a service to run at 15 seconds, they will put it in to run at 15 seconds. If we want it at 15.5, they will adjust it to 15.5. So from that point of view, a carpet is unique, and I think it'll be an absolutely glorious surface to play on. And they tell us it's the nearest thing to Tiftdorf, which of course all our greens are. We have 170 here tonight, and when you think about it, on a Saturday we actually field about 84 Salisbury bowlers. Our night owlers double were pennant players, and I think that tells a story of the future and where bowlers are going in the future too. Yes. We're delighted to have the grand finals here. I think West Lakes play Adelaide here on Saturday, and the club should be abuzz, and we're looking forward to that. Lots of visitors, barbecue and lots of activity around the club, and it should be a great day. So we're looking forward to that. It's great to be a part of the grand finals.
It does seem like the up-and-coming thing, but the night hours is really starting to become a hit with a lot of people. So it does make sense having this cover over the new green will bring in the night hours.
And it sounds like a fantastic idea for Salisbury.
One of the most common things you read on Facebook around bowls, particularly here in South Australia at the moment, is the promotions and demotions. And this year, nonetheless, we have 3 teams going down, which is 33%, Jess?
It is, yes, and then that means 3 teams are coming up from the 2nd division.
Yep. So, the reality is with 33 and a third percent of a change around in a Premier League situation, I don't believe there's another sport where that occurs.
No, and it seems pretty silly if you think about it, that you're losing 3 top teams to bring up 3, which might be top teams, but they could be average teams. And who knows, they could get smashed every week, or they could surprise us like Henley did this year.
So we take it back one step. The rules are there in place. The sides coming up have earned the right in accordance with the rules, so good luck for them for next year.
Yes.
But unfortunately, there's some sides going down that, if you look through the season, may have lost by 1 or 2 shots or whatever else, which would have changed the complexity of their season.
Yes.
We understand that. But look, so these comments, get on Bowls Exposed on the Facebook. Let us know your thoughts, because we want to drive this a little bit further. What does and what is best for our game? We've spoken about it all year, about different things about the game. Is this best for the game? Because the reality is, this is Premier level bowls, and we talk about loyalty to clubs. So does 3 teams down, 3 teams up drive loyalty? Because players will move.
They will.
And what does that, and how does that leave a club financially? And with players that are there, how does it attract? How does it recover?
Yes.
And something like that. So get on board. Let us know what you think, because this is a hot topic at the moment.
It is, and if you're in Sydney, Queensland, Melbourne, let us know what your division does for their Premier League. Does it demote and promote, like the 3 or the 2? So let us know.
Well, the interesting thing, Jess, is today at the grand final in the Major League, both sides that played in the grand final actually finished 4th.
They did, yes, and they both just scraped into 4th.
Absolutely, only just scraped in. And the funny thing is, it was a fairly tight game up there most of the way through. But you've got 2 sides just getting into 4th, so midfield now in Premier. So like I said, they've earned the right as according to the rules to be in there. I have no problem with that. And interesting enough, today the victor was Gawler, so well done to Gawler.
Well done.
They were up last year, then down.
Yep.
We hope they have a solid year next year. But is this the best for our game? And it goes back to where Reece Taylor and myself spoke earlier
in the
year about, could we break away a Super League type thing where we have 8 sides that are linked in there with the best players filtering through there, which is the next step to state, whilst leaving the Premier? Because the reality is we've got players like Max Kleinig, and Max being a great member and a great bowler, Australian bowler. With the Australian side, also Holdfast Bay. He's loyal, he'll be playing there in Major League next year. So get on board, let us know what you think. What an honour we've got here at Bowls Exposed. Craig Mills actually happens to be a teammate of mine at Ascot Park, but also state player, and also just been moved up into the skipper role where Scott Tholburn's had to pull out, and you're stepping in to fill those very large shoes, Craig.
I am honoured to have the chance to do that. Happy to step up for the state and hopefully perform well and get the job done. So that's what it's all about.
So you guys leave Tuesday after Easter?
That's correct, yes. The day after the Adelaide Masters. There's quite a few of us in the side that are playing the Adelaide Masters as a bit of a lead up. Hopefully we go reasonably well there in the Adelaide Masters, find a bit of form and lead on and finish off what we didn't quite finish off in last year's sides championship in Perth.
Well, I was going to bring that up. You guys went through fairly well undefeated and then one shot in it.
Yeah, a lot of disappointed guys last year. We were undefeated going into the last and halfway through 26 shots up overall going into halfway through the game, and somehow managed to find a way to lose from there, which cost us the Ali Shield. But we'll learn from the experience and hopefully improve this coming series and bring the Shield back.
Well, look, mate, all the best for the upcoming Ali Shield, and mate, and obviously bring back the silverware.
Thanks, TJ, mate, and we'll do our best.
No problem. Thanks, Craig.
Nice.
So that wraps up another year of Bowls Exposed. What a ripping way to finish. We've had a cracking season. And look, I'll tell you what, Jess, what an improvement. We've got better graphics, Skype interviews this year. What's going to happen next year?
Looking forward to it.
Because we've got Nicole now too, so that's actually made it even better.
We'll see, but
well, we'll see.
It's been a great experience so far. Yeah.
Yep. Well, look, hey, Bowls Exposed, Facebook page, like the page, tag yourself in there, do something so we can let you know when the next season, it's right there on the screen. So let us know, get in there and we'll let you know when this season is going to start again for the Bowls Exposed series.
Yep.
So from all of us here at Bowls Exposed, Jess.
Big thank you to everybody for watching.
Nicole.
And enjoy your break.
And also the great guys at John Dory Media that have made this year such an absolutely fantastic show to watch. We'll see you all again next season.
Bye.